So imagine spending 4 years building a house out of cardboard. You patch it up, decorate it, slap some motivational posters on the walls and say love yourself, and flat chests unite. And you invite the internet over for a body positivity tea party. Then one day, without warning, you light the whole thing on fire and yell, I was bored. That's basically what happened with Clara Dao. Yup, the Clara Dao, the Vietnamese Canadian content creator who has made a name and a brand of being the fearless flat-chested queen of the internet. Her content was heaven for small-chested skinny girls who never saw themselves in mainstream media, much less on TikTok, sandwiched between gym bros and Instagram models drinking their 11th protein shake of the day. But now Clara's got implants, a whole new look, and apparently a message that boils down to LOL, never mind, I did it for giggles. Let's backtrack, because this story didn't just show up with a dramatic boob reveal and a glittery plot twist caption. This was a slow burn that started way before the implants and entered the group chat. Clara started her content in 2019 as a rebellion against influencer body culture while everyone else was trying to become the next Kylie Jenner. Clara said, screw that, I'm built like a Wi-Fi router and I love it. She posted hundreds, no exaggeration, hundreds of videos about how to dress a flat chest, how to embrace skinniness, how to tell your boobs. Thanks for being small, you legends. She clapped back at people who asked if she'd ever get a boob job with a digital equivalent of a middle finger and a self-love poem. And for years, that message stuck. She wasn't just posting fashion tips, she was a poster girl for rejecting unrealistic beauty standards. She was the Wi-Fi router we needed but didn't deserve. And then she pivoted, and not in the I cut my hair and got bangs kind of way. No, this was more like a full rebrand. Imagine if a vegan food blogger suddenly started reviewing bacon cheeseburgers and said, don't worry, I'm just exploring. It started subtly. She dropped a video talking about the surprising habits of keeping me skinny. And look, anytime a content creator uses the word surprising in a diet context, run, I repeat. She described skipping meals, forgetting to eat until 7 p.m. and treating North American portion sizes like a personal threat. This was when her content started drifting from empowering to slightly triggering, especially for the teen girls who had followed her because she seemed like an anti-diet culture safe zone. And then came the aesthetic era, productivity, performance, that mysterious lighting that every influencer uses once they decide they're entering their clean girl chapter. The hashtags got glossier, the captions more cryptic. Clara stopped saying she was a body positivity advocate. She started calling herself a creator. Cut to recently, Clara shows up looking different, curvier, boobier, and she doesn't say anything, just vibes and Instagram reels with the kind of music that says, I'm not addressing it until I'm trending. People were confused. Was it an April Fool's joke? A push-up bra? A body double? Nope, it was implants confirmed. And not just confirmed, but branded. She made a whole video explaining it wasn't insecurity, it wasn't pressure, it was just for fun.
For so long, I built this entire platform based on one mission, flat chest confidence. I was doing it for 6 years since 2019. I made over 900 videos on the topic. My mission for the longest time was I want to create content for my 16-year-old self and for all the girls who feel insecure like I did. And I really meant that. I poured my heart and soul into helping others feel normal, beautiful, and worthy. I became the face of the flat-chested body positivity community, and for the longest time, I loved it. But over time, I got bored. I started craving change. And the thing is, I know that as long as I kept my flat chest, I knew I could keep making content about it. The videos do so well, they bring in money, and people resonate with them. But I felt like I was staying in a comfort zone. It was safe, but it wasn't growth. And I wanted a shift in my content, in my message, and in how I express myself. I believe that whether you have big boobs, small boobs, flat chest, or medium-sized boobs, it doesn't matter. They all equally beautiful. I've just had this look, this aesthetic my whole life, and now I just want to see what the opposite feels like. For fun, for curiosity, for me.
For fun. You know what else is for fun? Baking a cake, getting bangs, renting a kayak. But cosmetic surgery, when your brand is literally love yourself as you are, hits different. She even acknowledged that it might come across as hypocritical. She said, was I secretly insecure this whole time? Did I use body positivity to make the money so I could afford a boob job? And then she answered it herself. No, just vibes.
Yes, I did have a boob job. I know this might come as a shock because my whole page used to be about loving my flat chest and being confident with it. I literally built my entire career and following around that. So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money so I could finally afford a boob job? No, let me tell you the real reason why I did it. And it comes down to one word: fun.
For fun. Just curiosity. That was her answer. And I mean, sure, it's her body. She can do whatever she wants. Literally, ethically, spiritually. I'm not trying to body police anybody. If Clara wants to get implants and tattoo a QR code to her OnlyFans on her collarbone, that's her business. But this is a big but. Like, post BBL big. It's about trust. Clara didn't just change her look, she changed the mission.
And yeah, I think it's pretty badass to do what no one expects of me. To show myself that I can do whatever the fuck I want without needing anyone's approval. That, to me, is true confidence. So no, I didn't betray what I stood for. At every point in my life, I lived in alignment with my truth. Before, I loved my flat chest. And now, I love my new chest. And if you're disappointed by my decision, I don't expect you to understand. Like, I understand and I respect how you feel, but I hope you know that your confidence and self-love are still yours to define. My flat chest literally gave me my dream life, and now I'm simply stepping into a new chapter, one where I take life less seriously, have fun, and just do exactly what I want. Just like when I posted my very first YouTube video, do what you fucking love. We just don't give a fuck about what other people think and just go for our dreams. That's always been my deepest value. Back then, I wanted to help flat-chested girls feel confident. But now, I want to inspire people to break free, to be bold, to be brave, to be unapologetic, and to truly not give a fuck about what others.
The entire persona that people emotionally invested in, girl next door, realness, small chest, pride, natural body, rebellion, got tossed in favor of aesthetic. If she had came out and said, hey, I'm advocating, I loved my body before, I still do, I just wanted to try something new, people might have clapped. But when you say it was for fun, when your whole audience is made out of people who took your words as life advice, it feels a little shallow. Let's be real, people wasn't mad because Clara got implants. People were mad because Clara marketed her confidence, sold empowerment like it was on Etsy for sale. And if we want to get really philosophical here, we have to ask, was any of it real? Or was it just another brand, another cursed aesthetic designed to rank up views, engagement, and merch sales? Because this isn't just about Clara. This is a genre of influencers building a platform around being authentic and relatable. They tell you they're different, not like those fake influencers. They don't filter their stretch marks, they cry on camera. They say, this is the real me. But what happens when the real them changes? Do they owe you consistency or honesty, or are we just mad that we expected strangers to stay the same while we keep evolving ourselves? It's complicated, but what's not complicated is this. People feel betrayed. They thought Clara was the voice that finally made them feel normal. And now she's something else. And yeah, people change, but when you build your platform on a message, then change the message, you kind of gotta expect some kind of backlash. She says she's still empowering people, now it's just about freedom, and that sounds great in theory, but to our audience, it might feel like she pulled a surprise, I'm not who you thought I was, and also, thanks for the quiet while I was pretending. And in my opinion, her audience is never gonna believe her again. They're only gonna see her as being a hypocrite and never believe a thing she says again. And I think her new brand is going to be this new Insta baddie kind of thing that she's doing currently, where she doesn't owe anyone an explanation for anything, and it's hard for her to still do her empowering thing while still defending that she only got cosmetic surgery because it was for fun. So what now? Clara's got a new look, a new vibe, and probably a few new brand deals. Her old fans are either heartbroken or confused, and somewhere out there, a girl who used to feel seen now feels like a rag got pulled from underneath her. And I think that's the real lesson here. Not don't get surgery, not cancel Clara, but maybe don't build your self-worth on someone else's highlight reel, especially when that reel could switch genres at any moment, because behind every viral empowerment quote there might be a manager, a content calculator, and a personal rebrand waiting in their wings. So what do you think? Did Clara Dao sell out? Was it the right thing for her to reinvent herself? No questions asked. Or should influencers who brand themselves on being real or their audience a little more transparency? Let me know in the comments, unless you're busy skipping meals to keep your aesthetic mysterious and skinny. Just kidding, please eat. Anyway, hit that like button, subscribe for more spicy takes on the internet chaos that happens daily. And remember, it costs $0 to be honest with your audience or to, not build your brand around body parts. Catch you in the next one. Same internet drama, same irrational energy. And if you don't want to wait until the next video, check out some of these over here. Also, a little side note, if you reached this far, firstly, thank you. Secondly, leave any tips on how you think I can improve my videos, and you can leave any topics you want me to cover in the comments.